Okay, welcome back. Looking at some more Nintendo Power issues. Getting into late 1992. This is volume number 40 from September, I believe. Yes, September 1992. Felix the Cat is on the front. Another late NES game. I played through this a few years ago. Maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Maybe 2. Probably more like 3. And it's a fun game. It's very simple. The power-ups, you collect these purses, and your Felix evolves from like a boxing... I think it has like a boxing glove at first, and it evolves into like a tank at the end. Lemon, hello. How are ya? Still visiting your in-laws, I take it. Hope everything's going good. I am doing okay. Looking at some Nintendo Power issues. Not Club Nintendo yet. Lemon, that you had growing up in Germany, but still Nintendo Power stuff. You ever hear of Felix the Cat, Lemon? There's an NES game called Felix the Cat. Felix the Cat, a brand new bag of NES tricks, super difficulty, and Super Dino City and Soul Blazer. The first of the Soul Blazer games. There was Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, and Terra Enigma, which I'm playing through Terra Enigma, as you know. So far, my favorite of those I played has been Soul Blazer, so it'd be interesting to see what they say in this. Felix is... I never saw the Felix cartoon. He's a jolly old cat. Look at that mouth, it's gigantic. So you see, this is September 1992, Volume 40, $3.50 for the US, and Canada was $4.50. Still at your in-laws, okay. And how's that gone? Pretty good for you? Do you like your in-laws? Oh, here's a new picture. Want more power? Join the club. No silly hats or super secrets. Handshakes. No hands to earth merit badges. Just tons of cool stuff. Only one club gives you everything a Nintendo player could want automatically. Just sign up for 12 issues of Nintendo Power Magazine for only $15, and you'll get Super Power Club benefits all year long. You see they're showing some of the issues. Get automatic membership with your Nintendo Power subscription. And you see you get a top secret password player guide. You get Powerify coupons off of games, like $5 off of certain games. You get Power Club. I still have some of these cards. I'll have to bring them out and show them. So in the issues, they had these games that... they had these cards that you could perforate out. I have them in a bag somewhere. Super Power issue coming in January. This members only issue is a year-end look at Nintendo's best and is packed with exclusive stuff that won't be available in stores. I don't think I ever got that or saw it. Yes, I want it. Nintendo Power Super Club. So this is a new thing, the Super Power Club in this issue. We didn't see it last month. They don't like me? They don't like you? That stinks. Let me guess, they're other M fans, huh? Power of Choice. $99. This is an ad for the Super Nintendo control set. Lemon, you're over in Europe, and there in Germany. What do you think of the design of the Super Nintendo? I like this design. A lot of people don't, compared to the one that Europe and Japan got. I like the boxiness and the purple and gray of it. I think it's very cool. So this is basically an ad for the control deck. It's basically the Super Nintendo with one controller, and then for $100, and then you can buy your games. They're saying you're going to have over 125 Super NES games planned for the release by the end of the year. So this is 1992. It came out in August. So they really were pumping out the games for this thing. Here we go. NES, Felix the Cat, Prince of Persia. Richard will like that. And Little Samson, another late NES game. Here's Game Boy and Super NES in green. As you can see, they're color-coded. NES red, Game Boy purple, and Super NES green. You got tips from the pros, and you're basically... the sections. In your comics this month, we're wrapping up the Legend of Zelda and Super Mario Brothers comic. You prefer your one? Yeah, yours looks nice too, but I have a soft spot. Well, this is the one I grew up with, so I like it, yeah. And our buttons are convexed and concaved. You can feel the difference. Let me ask you about your turtle, Lemon, and I prefer the buttons with color. Yeah, they look like little Skittles. They're pretty nice. But they don't have the convex buttons, though, like we do. Like ours are sunken and then rounded. So like our A and B are rounded, and the sunken ones are XY. Sad they gave it up. Oh, the color of the... Oh, yeah, sad that they... Well, I don't mind the one we got. It's different. I like it. I like the purple and gray. Probably just because I'm nostalgic for it. So do you have to... When you put your turtle into the fridge, Lemon, do you have to feed it? Do you put food in there with it? Or does it eat before it goes into hibernation? It would be easier for playing with kids. With the... What do you mean with the your Super Famicom, your Super Nintendo color buttons, or like with the colors? I guess you could tell them, hey, this is the orange, the green button. So here we go. We have from time travel to space travel. Game Boys are everywhere. Where would you play? Here's what some of you said, and this guy said, I'd play on the sun in a garbage truck in a junkyard in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, in the center of the earth, or when I'm going on a 700-mile high dive. Maybe not. So these aren't that great. These aren't really letters. They're just dumb, like where would you play. So I'll skip these. Oh, here's a nice letter. Let's see. Way back, he doesn't get food. He just eats. He eats before he goes in to hibernation. Way back in your first issue on page 100, you printed a letter from 15-year-old Trey Sullivan of Raymore, Michigan. He stated that he didn't think there was a player better than him at Super Mario Bros. He hoped to someday find better players because he always liked a good challenge. Well, he's found what he was looking for. He's now 19 years old and living here in Pacific Grove, California. He's in the Air Force and studying Arabic in my class. We both live in the same apartment complex and play the NES, Super NES, and Game Boy together. The only game he gives me a real run for my money in, and we played 65 different games, is John Madden Football for the Super NES. I really tripped out when I was going through my back issues and saw his name. I thought, no way, but I asked him, and sure enough, it was him. Now he doesn't wish he found a better player. More on this story. Be careful what you wish for. Just might get it. His belly needs to be nearly empty so the food doesn't rot and... Ew, okay. But how's he live that long without food? I guess his fat. Do turtles have fat? I guess they do. Have you ever wondered who conjures up the design and designs video game characters? For example, this is called Mega Man Needs Your Help. Since they're asking to design the Mega Man characters, boss characters. For example, in Mega Man 4, what demented person thought up Dustman? Sorry to burst your bubble, but it wasn't Dr. Wily. Recently in Japan, a contest was held in which game players could submit their ideas for characters, weapons, and bosses for the upcoming Mega Man 5. Capcom would like to have the same type of input from game players in the US and Canada. Here's the deal. Send us your best ideas for Mega Man characters, and we'll pass them along to Capcom. In addition, we'll feature the best ideas on our page here. Please send names, abilities, and drawings of your characters. Artistic talent is not required. Just think you could be the person responsible for creating the ultimate challenge for Mega Man. Send your ideas to Brainstorming for Mega Man, P.O. Box 97033, Redmond, Washington 980739733. And here's a small print. It says, by submitting your character concept to Nintendo, you are releasing the rights to use your character to Nintendo of America and Capcom. You understand that your character may be featured in an actual future Capcom video game. Here's Editor's Corner, Gil Tilden, Editor-in-Chief. Currently, Nintendo Power has 5 player's guides available. The NES Game Atlas, Game Boy Player's Guide, we looked at that one. Mario Mania, we looked at that one the last issue or so. And Super NES Player's Guide. We haven't looked at that one yet. And our newest creation, The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past Player's Guide. The ongoing success of these guides prompts us to believe that you, the players, our readers, want more. Guess what? Player's Guide number 6 is in the works. Our next book will take you straight into the heart of numerous popular passwords and strategy select games. I have that one. I'll have to look at that. If you are the type of game player who hoards passwords, this will be just the book for you. We'll anticipate the new book to be completed in November. We'll keep you updated. And here's Felix the Cat. I'm going to turn on a light. It's getting hard for me to see because it's getting dark here at like 5 o'clock. Need to get like an overhead light because the light I have here is not good. It's not too bright enough. Here's Felix the Cat. You see him here with his nice top hat. And there's his little purse, I guess, or bag he gets to power up. And you have a nice map of 1-1. 1-2, 1-3. I would like to play through this again. It's been a while since I did that. So you start out with a boxing glove, magic hat, rocket car, tank, diving mask, sea turtle, submarine, life raft, dolphin, umbrella, balloon, airplane, and spaceship. Magic bag is what it's called that you get your upgrades from. And they're pointing out where all of them are. This is a very late NES game. I never played it back then, along with Little Samson, because I was all about the Super Nintendo. Because I just got it for my birthday, my 15th birthday. No, the 12th birthday. Prince of Persia. Have not played this much. I think I played the Super Nintendo one for 5 minutes. I think it's timed. Got to get through the game in like an hour to get the best ending, I think. Here's Little Samson, a game I never played. I'd like to try it out sometime, maybe on an emulator. I heard it's pretty good. I have no experience with it. You play as 4 characters. You got to rescue them in each stage, I think, and then you can play as them. Samson, the dragon, the mouse, and Golem. What it says is you're a fighter, young fighter, a bold dragon, a rock warrior, and a bomb-dropping mouse. Fight together, it's like Mauser for Super Mario Bros. 2, together for the freedom of the kingdom in Little Samson from Taito. The names and looks of the characters are cute, but the game itself is a serious challenge. Emperor Hans of the kingdom of the Imperial Forgy has called on Little Samson and his fellow fighters to stop the evil Takid from spreading his black magic throughout the land. The numbers of the curious quarter possess their own magic abilities, which are conjured up from 4 mystic bells. While you guide the fighters through the journey, you can use their magic powers on one at a time and switch from one fighter to the next as the situation dictates. Here you got the Imperial Forgery, you have their levels, you have Volcano, Mystic Cave, Palace, Capital City, the Falls, the Swamp, Forgy Mountain, and Takid Castle. Stage 1, Capital City. The Falls. Have you ever played this game, Lemon? I'm not familiar with this game at all. Classified information. Super Spy Hunter. This is a fabulous game. One of my favorites after playing it last year. Very fun. The music is great. The graphics look almost like a mode 7. It looks very high-tech. extra car route. While a normal Super Spy Hunter mission begins with 5 cars in reserve, our agents have found a way to give you as many as 12 cars in reserve. When the title screen appears, press and hold the A, B button and select buttons, then press the start button. A series of large numbers, 0 through 12, will fly by quickly, repeatedly, like the numbers a roulette will. You can also slow down the numbers pressing the A button, or just let them slow down on their own when the digits stop moving. The number in the center of the screen will indicate how many lives in reserve you will be start with. Oh, that's interesting. No, you haven't? Okay. Maybe sometime we'll play it. Tiny Toons Adventure is a fun, hard game for NES. It's pretty fun. Have you watched Tiny Toons, Lemon? Rocketeer. Arcana, I keep saying I want to play this game. It's like a dungeon crawler with like cards you play as card people. I think Hal developed it. Thunder Spirits, another shooter. Never played. Manhattan Project is really good. Has more detailed moves for your turtles. The soundtrack's killer. The guy who did Yoshi's Woolly World did a track or two for this game. Tomoko? I forget his name. Panic Restaurant. This is another game. I think I mentioned last issue I wanted to play. Another late NES game I never even played or heard of. But it seems interesting looking at the issue. It's like a food comes to life and you got to beat it with a frying pan. Hey, John. How you doing? How's your Halloween? How's everything going? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. You're catching up at 1.5 speed. I just learned that the guy behind One Punch Man submitted a one fan-made robot. Really? Is that true? Really? That's true? Huh. Which one? Do you know which one? I know them, but never watched. Okay. Yeah, Tiny Toons was a fun cartoon. I used to catch after school. The theme song's funny. Or catchy. I think 6 was the only one open to the U.S. Yeah, there was a... Yeah, and if you're talking about the letter I had at the front, I think 4 was the last one out. I think 6 was like Tomahawk Man or Yamamoto Man or from here. I forget. Your cousin had Felix the Cat Animation Studio for PC. Ooh. So it's like a Mario Paint thing where you could just do animation. Ninja, welcome. Which Robot Masters? I think we'll find out in the upcoming issues, Ninja, but I think it's most of the Mega Man 5 ones, or 6 ones, like John said. I think like Yamamoto Man and what's the other one? I forget. I think it was 6. Yeah, I think John's right. He was never big in the 90s, was he? Do you remember seeing him in anything other than a character disassociated with anything? Felix the Cat? No. The only time I heard of him was when I played the NES game last year or so. Oh, Pinky and the Brain. Yeah, Pinky and the Brain's fantastic. I like Pinky and the Brain. Trying to take over the world. Snarf. I can't remember right now, Ninja. Yeah. We'll see it. It'll be up in another issue, Ninja. And welcome, Ninja. How you doing? Good to see you for another Nintendo Power issue. We're looking at number 40 for September 1992, I believe. Here's the cover of Mr. Felix the Cat. Still a Little Samson Line NES Mini I like a lot, but never beat it. Yeah, that's one I never played. How do you... So if you like it a lot, is it pretty tough? Probably pretty tough, but it looks pretty good. I just played through Euphoria for the first time, and I really enjoyed that. So I want to play some of these games I never played for NES. These highly looked at games, because I never even remember like Felix the Cat or Panic Restaurant or Little Samson from growing up. The Punisher codes. Here we go. Chapter 9, Wizrobe's Trap. We're getting to the end of the Link to the Past comic. Here we go. Roar! Ah! Help! I can't swim! Go, let me go! Your armor's too heavy! The Master Sword's dragging me down! I'm drowning here, remember? Here, I'm for Melda. Whoosh. You're close, Link. Stay afloat a little longer. The water's almost up to the opening. I made it. Whoa, yikes. Whoosh, sploosh. Huh? Link, be careful. You're too excited. It's the crystal. Well, I don't believe you then. The odds of that are too nuts. What do you talk about, the contest? No, I think it was, I think, well, I just read a contest. Look, in the back, in the issue, in the video I read this, have you ever wondered who conjures up and designs video game characters? For example, in Mega Man 4, what demented person came up with Dustman? Sorry, but to burst your bubble, but it wasn't Dr. Light. Recently in Japan, a contest was held in which the game players could submit their ideas for characters. For the upcoming Mega Man 5, Capcom would like to have the same type of input from game players in the US. So there you go. You can submit your ideas for characters here to this address, and they tell you by submitting, you give all rights up to your creation to Capcom and Nintendo. So yeah, it was a real thing. The water might be deeper here. No problem. I should be able to make it now. Thwip. Ah! Whoosh. What is this? Oh, it's that thing that looks like that creature that you shoot with the hook shot and get its like little eyes off of it. Globe Link! Splish. Must try to. Ting, ka-ching, kish. Thank you for saving me, Link. I know you are searching for Zelda. She is being held in a rock that looks like a turtle. But this rock is located at the end of this world. Wait, don't go. Why do they always do that? It's not like she was your precious Zelda anyway. She sure wasn't. Do you know where Turtle Rock is located? I couldn't tell you. If I only had a map. You know, I've heard of a map deep inside the ice tower. The tower overlooks the entire world, but I was just listening to a podcast episode about One Punch Man, so I'll have to rewind it. Oh, to see what his name was? That's interesting. The only non-Japanese Robot Masters contest characters were Nightman and Tomac. Thank you, Ninja. That was them then. From 6. Okay, John, thanks for stopping in. See you later. All right, where is that? You're holding your hold your horses. Give me a minute. Link? Zelda, is that you? Who are you talking to? I am nearby. Hurry. Can't you hear her? Zelda is calling from beyond the wasteland. Now you're hearing things. Anyway, the wasteland is way too harsh. Once you get in there, you can't escape. I think we should try to find the map first. If the wasteland is as dangerous as you say, I've got to get Zelda out of there right away. From what I know of 4 and 5, maybe 3, it was a bunch of kids who did the contest, and they all got redesigned by people in-house by Cap. So they took their ideas and redesigned them for in Japan, right? Because they said in 4 and 5 they did it for Japan. So they took their ideas and improved them, or expanded on them. I had it. All you ever talk about is Zelda this and Zelda that. You never worry about me. From now on, you're on your own. Link. That was mean of her. It's some kind of oasis. Link. This must be where Zelda is being held. Zelda, I'm on my way. Can it be? Zelda? I finally found you. But wait, the girl in the crystal said Zelda was in a rock shaped like a turtle. Link, come closer. I have you now, my pretty. You walked right into my trap, tasty morsel. This is the Misery Mire, world famous for its fine armor of swamp gas. Aroma of swamp gas. You're just in time for dinner with Sir Virtuous, the master of this place. An illusion! You tricked me! Thwip. Dinner with you as the main course. The last character contest they did was 8, and I believe it was 7 didn't have one. So they kept doing them after the NES games? That's interesting. I thought, like, at the NES ones, they had to stop doing that. Glub, glub, glub. Tentacles constricting. Oh, God. Yes, sir, Mr. Virtuous. It's time to eat. Blub, 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 blub. Hee, delicious. Whoa, that's a lot of eyes. Kersplash. What? Whoosh. Whoosh. Grrrr. Where did this whirlpool come from? Bloink. Whoosh. Zora, how'd you get here? How'd you know? It's simple. For me to appear anywhere there is water. Plus, I cannot deny Informalda's request. Sigh, Informalda. Aye. To be continued. Here's another late NES. Oh, this is Jetsons for the Game Boy. You guys ever see Jetsons growing up? I used to watch Jetsons. His boy Elroy, Jane, his wife. Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Jane, stop this crazy thing! It's like a typical platformer. Dr. Franken, never played this. Don't know anything about it. Ever since Dr. Von Frankenbone went 6 feet under, his kind-hearted experiments, Frankly and Bitsy have been left alone in a castle full of mischievous monsters. Not long ago, those horrific hooligans shrunk Franken down to half his normal size, height, and took Bitsy apart, scattering the pieces in this ghoulish adventure from Kemco. You've got to guide Frankie to all of Bitsy's pieces and help him put them back together. Looks like Humpty Dumpty, huh? Six was the only one that he did internationally. That's what John was saying, too. So I think that, if I remember correctly, they announced the winners in this magazine. Kingdom Crusade. An interesting game. If chess were truly a battleground with mountains, castles, forests, and combating armies, it might look something like Electrobrain's innovative strategy action game, Kingdom Crusade. You'll zoom in from the square of the strategic overworld map to conquer individual characters. They seek to capture enemy castles in personal combat. Archers, giant wizards, knights, even the king and queen enter the fray in the forests. It's like a strategy game. Have your different classes: the giant, the knight, the paladin, the queen, the bowman, the giant, the wizard. Here you go. Barbie for Game Boy. Never played it. Who made this game? With a theme and a difficulty level suited for players who may not find games such as Operation Sea or Double Dragon up their alley. So, an easier game, I guess they're saying? Super Mario Brothers Adventure. Quit clowning around, look! In our last episode, the Mario Troop learned that you can't count Koopa out too soon. Just as they were celebrating victory, he returned to nab the peril-plagued princess and carried her off in his Koopa-copter. Mario and Luigi mounted an airborne pursuit aboard Yoshi, who, to their utter amazement, sprouted wings after eating a Koopa shell. They soon learned at 3,000 feet that his wings could disappear as quickly as they had appeared. When Yoshi spit out the eggshell, the trio plummeted to Earth, landing before an eerie but inviting shallot.
Mamma mia! What a periculous pad! Maybe it's someone's vacation retreat. And I think we're due for a little vacation ourselves. Let's see if we can rest here.
By the way, the part of the video I sent you where the sniper is looking up, straight up, and got a kill is true. So what are you saying, Ninja? That you can look straight up and use like an aimbot to kill somebody? Is that you're talking about using aimbots? Because I haven't played TF2 since 2012, so I don't know what changes are in that game. I don't know like if there's different weapons that allow you to do stuff, like look up and you can like shoot straight. I don't know. Like I was thinking about playing some TF2 on stream sometime. Slosh. Kong. Or they're watching Mario and Luigi. The fools! They fell for it! Ha ha ha! Mikasa is Tsukasa. Make yourselves right at home, my unsuspecting travelers. You'll be staying. Bam, bam.
Looks like no one's home. Then we have no place to ourselves. Come on.
Creak.
Wait, don't go in.
Gasp. Drat, they're stopping. And we almost had them. Silence! You'll see they're too nosy to turn back now. The last 3 years, sniper aimbots have been plagued the TF2 servers, and even I got naded. Nade? What's nade? I got nade by them? What's a nade? And it was only recently that they patched them up. It's hilarious because if you understand the video, it's true. Yeah, it kind of flew over my head. Because I've been out of TF2 for so long.
Hey, take it easy on our overalls.
I'm telling you, Ouija, I have a weird feeling about this. The jig is up. They know it's a trap. Mark my words. They're tired, hungry, and best of all, lost. This cozy little bungalow is just too tempting for a snoopy pair like the Mario Brothers, and it's unlocked, which makes it irresistible. Nay means dead. Nay? Okay. Never heard that term before, for dead. And they're all looking like, what? Hehehe. Wait. I have yet to play my trump card. Pushes the button.
Hurry, Luigi. Let's go now. You're just being paranoid. You understand, it's just like a mousetrap. The inviting smell of cheese lures the mouse in and bang. Speaking of cheese, that smells like a fine provolone. I just can't resist that aroma. No, come back, Luigi. Luigi. Trump, 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 trump.
Slam. Oh no. Youch. Gutter ball. Clang. Oof. Yoshel. This is a fine mess. Now look, we're locked in. And Bowser's looking at Mario. Hey, just as I predicted. My plan worked perfectly. A superior mind, a superior strategy. A great plan. I think it was luck, pure and simple. Hey, well, now that I've muffled the meddlesome Marios, I can get back to planning the perfect wedding. Yippity-skippy. He's off his royal rocker. Luigi, where are you? Booba is behind him. Wah! Blush. He's just staring him down. He's not moving.
Are you following me?
Chomp. One comes behind, chomps his butt. Ouch!
What's the big idea? Cut that out.
Looks at the one that bit him on the butt. Peep, leer. Chomp! The other one bits him on the butt. Youch!
I'm out of here.
Runs away. Meanwhile, plop. Luigi's still following his nose. Sniff.
Wow!
Sees a big thing of cheese with a fan blowing the aroma out.
Now that's a chunk of cheese, and that's a fan explains it. This is too good to pass up. His tummy's growling. Say cheese. Gobble, 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 gobble. Munch, munch. Perfectly aged provolone.
He's eating all the way through the cheese. Hover, hover. All these ghosts appear behind him and he doesn't know. Luigi! Pat, 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 pat. He runs in.
Look out behind you!
What?
Shrink. Booze! I'm surrounded! Charge! Ghosts! Don't turn back on them. Don't turn your back on them. Ah! Bum-biting boo buddies! Move, Luigi! Back against the wall! We're dead meat, me and my big nose. Trust me, sliding along the walls. Slide, 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 slide. Slide, sidle, 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 sidle. Uh-oh. To be continued. There's a huge one behind them they don't see. Counselor's Corner, The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. How do I get in the Bing Key in the Swamp Palace? How do I defeat Trinex? Where's the Staff of Burna? How do I enter the Waterfall of Wishing? Dragon Warrior 3, where can I build up my levels? We're talking about a spot in the forest right north of Edinburgh? Endor? Is that the name of it? No, south of, around Canave, where there's high-level monsters in this area. Have I played other Valve games? Yeah, I have. I played Half-Life 2 was the first one I played. I played Team Fortress 2, and I played Portal. That's probably it. And I played the Half-Life expansions as well. Half-Life 2 expansions. Altered Space. Adam's Fin. Here's the Power Players, what they beat. Pretty much same games, excuse me, as last time. Huh. Don't see anything new. More kids are beating Link to the Past. Dino City. I have not played Portal 2, Ninja. I have not, no. Just the first Portal, that's it. Soul Blazer! And I'm missing my poster for it. This is a great game. Very addicting. It follows up ActRaiser very well. It's like an ActRaiser top-down RPG-ish like game where you gotta beat these monster portals to restore life back to the world. Very cool. Gary's Mod. No, I haven't done that either. Crash Valley. Greenwood. Seabed Sanctuary. Dr. Leo's Laboratory. Magrid Castle. Portal 2 is great. Maybe I should play it for 360. I should pick up a copy of it. I think I have it on Steam, though. I could just play it on Steam. So I have a Steam account. So, I mean, I could save myself some money and play it there. I mean, even my old computer with its integrated graphics would work fine with it. Clue. So as a kid, my dad would not let us play Clue because it involved murder, so we couldn't play Clue. I always was wondering what Clue is like. It wasn't until many years later when I was an adult I played it and wasn't really thrilled with it. Monopoly. This is a great game for the NES. If you want to play Monopoly, this is a great way to play it. I wouldn't say great, but it's a good game for NES if you want to play Monopoly. It's fun. Super Bowling for Super Nintendo. Hang out with DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, the contest. Second prize wins the complete library of DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince albums. Two guys' opinions about the latest releases. George and Rob, I think. Adventure Island 3. Following his successful Super NES debut, Master Higgins has returned
to the NES for the all-new side-scrolling adventure. In this latest installment, Higgins finds himself chasing after evil aliens in order to save his perpetually abducted girlfriend. Along the way, he comes across an association of helpful dinosaurs who finds useful weapons, speed through the island on a skateboard, and hops on a surfboard in bonus stages. Adventure Island 3 is more of the same island hopping action that we've seen in the previous Adventure Island games. This one features new dinosaurs and is very challenging in the advanced stages. Rob says they should have made a bonus round where you meet Gilligan and the skipper like the game, but it's not breaking any new ground. So pretty much like Adventure Island 2. Little Samson, a young warrior, a mouse, a dragon, and an armored golem join forces to save their kingdom from the evil magician. The warrior can climb, walk, the mouse crawl through narrow passages, the dragon can fly, and the golem can crush enemies by swinging a magic red bell. Once the group is together, you can switch from one fighter to another whenever you see fit. And George says, the great thing about this game is the fact that the characters have special abilities and that you can switch from one to the next. This has an element of strategy along with the action. Rob says, having 4 characters to choose from is a good concept. You can do more in this game than in your standard single hero adventure. I think this game deserves a name that describes the concept more, like the Fighting Four or something along those lines. Oh, Hook's pretty fun. Let's see what they say about Hook. Following the story of the recent film, Hook takes place in the fantasy world of Neverland. As Peter Pan, you must fight off evil forces in 12 exciting stages on your way to save Maggie and Jack from the clutches of Captain Hook. The game is completely different from the NES and Game Boy versions, thank God, and in my opinion is much better than those early efforts. It's a straightforward action game with great graphics and characters. Hook for the Super NES is leagues above the other versions of the game. While the play control seems a little slow to respond at times, everything else is top-notch. Yeah, so this is a pretty good game. It's almost, if you ever played Sky Blazer, it's like plays just like Sky Blazer, not as fast. Their follow-up game, Sony's follow-up game would be Sony ImageSoft would do publish another game, Sky Blazer, which improves upon this concept. Monopoly for NES. This faithful rendition of the classic board game is very close in design to the recent... Oh, they're talking about the Super Nintendo one. Never mind. They say, because of the fast pace, the computer-controlled player of the great animation, I would say that yes, this is a game even more than exciting to play than the original. And Rob says, I'm going to have to foreclose this game. There doesn't seem to be a reason for me to up to the Super NES version of this game when you can just play the board game or the NES game. So Soul Blazer, monsters have taken over a mythical land. By destroying the monster layers, you can bring back the inhabitants and buildings one at a time. As the townspeople reappear, you can consult them for clues and special items. And George says, Soul Blazer isn't quite the ActRaiser sequel that I was hoping for, but it does get very interesting after a few playing sessions. Rob says, the idea of revealing a mysterious piece by piece is very appealing to me. It makes the game a lot of fun to play and Link-like in a way. Link-like. That's what people are calling top-down games Link-likes. And call Zelda games Link-likes. So you see NES titles coming out: Adventure Island 3, Danny Sullivan's in the Heat, Little Samson, Prince of Persia, and Tecmo Cup. Looks like Little Samson is the winner this month. Or Prince of Persia is pretty close to it as well, actually. Game Boy Barbie Game Girl. Dig Dug, Dr. Franken, The Jetsons, Robot Panic, Kingdom Crusade, and Spy vs. Spy Operation Booby Trap. Maybe he's trying to say Link's Awakening? He just says Link-like. I think Soul Blazer gets pretty high marks this month. The top 20. Here we go. For September 1992, what are the top 20 NES games? Number 1, Super Mario Bros. 3. Number 2, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, The Manhattan Project, moving up. Battletoads at number 3. Mega Man 4, there you go, Ninja. The Legend of Zelda, number 5. Tecmo Super Bowl, Final Fantasy, Dr. Mario, Tetris, Mega Man 3, Dragon Warrior 3, moving up the charts. Great game. Mega Man, Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, a great Zelda game. Mega Man 2, Super Mario Bros. 2, the greatest NES Mario game, in my opinion. TMNT 2, the arcade game. Metroid, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a fun but flawed game. Little Nemo, the Dream Master, rounding out the top 20. All solid picks, and there's no... there is Tecmo Super Bowl. I was going to say there's no sports game on there, but there is one. Look how high up that is. Ridiculous. It's not better than Dragon Warrior. Get the heck out of here. Here we go. Finally, this month, Super NES, number 1. Been nipping at the heels for a few months. Came out early. 9 months in the chart. This is the first time A Link to the Past is number 1 in the charts, beating Super Mario World, everybody. Forget about it. This is a Super NES game to have. You'll be instantly hooked if you play it. Enough said. Let's see what Super Mario World says. Who's the best Super Mario World player out there? How fast can you guide Mario to meet up with Bowser? You like Portal 1 more also? I'm back. Welcome back, John. Yeah, I never played Portal 2. We were supposed to play it co-op one time, remember? And we never did. We should still do that. I have it on Steam still. Steam still. This game was locked in at number 2 for 6 months. They're talking about F-Zero. And has been number 4 for 3 months. It's a very steady performer. Oh, Contra 3 moving up. This great new game has steadily made its way into the upper regions of the charts. Check it out. Final Fantasy II. Here's another example of a great game which has been hanging around the top slot for 9 months. Yeah, we should like play it. I'd like to do that sometime. I heard it's a completely different game in multiplayer. Final Fight, number 6. Super Castlevania 4. WWF Super WrestleMania, my most disappointing game I ever got. ActRaiser, SimCity, Pilot Wings, Street Fighter 2, The World Warrior, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Super Adventure Island, Top Gear, Lemmings, The Addams Family, Super Soccer, UN Squadron, and Mario Paint. So, Ninja says, both Battletoads should move back down. Let's see where they got Battletoads for NES is at number 3. Yeah, that's high. Battletoads for Game Boy is at number 3, too. Wow, those are high. For Game Boy, you have Metroid 2. The resurgence of the nasty Metroids keep players busy guiding Samus through the dark caverns and caves of Planet SR-388. Super Mario Land still hanging around there in the top 10. It's always like number 2 or 3 or 2 or 1. It's never like 3. Slipping a bit, but still in the hunt. Mario looks forward to getting his second Game Boy adventure onto the charts. So Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins, is quite not out yet. So this is pre-Super Mario Land 2, pre-Wario, pre-all that stuff. Final Fantasy Adventure. Light Warriors of the small screen continue to seek out the new companions on this Final Fantasy quest. Well, that's not really it's a Sekida Sensu game. It's the first sort of legend or whatever. Sort of the hero. Nothing to do with Light Warriors. Mega Man, Dr. Wily's Revenge, Dr. Mario, The Simpsons, Escape from Fantasy, TMNT 2, Back from the Sewers, Batman, Return of the Joker, Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge, TMNT, Fall of the Foot Clan, Final Fantasy Legend 2, Final Fantasy Legend, Operation C, Faceball 2000, Kid Icarus of Myth and Monsters, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, Super RC Pro-Am, Castlevania The Adventure, and Double Dragon 2 rounds out the 20th spot. Later, it's still not out yet. I think it comes out later this year, I'm gonna guess. We should have a look at it here soon. In one of these issues coming up, I think. I don't think it's quite out yet. If I check when it came out on the internet... October 1992. This is September, so it's going to come out in a few months. So it'll be out here before the end of the year, I think. Here we go. The readers of Nintendo Power have voted these games to be their top 5 NES role-playing games. Cast a vote now for your favorites in the players' poll. Let's see how wrong these kids are. Number 1, Final Fantasy. Number 2, Dragon Warrior 3. Number 3, Dragon Warrior. Number 4, Dragon Warrior 2, and Crystalis. Not bad. I would put Dragon Warrior 3 number 1. I would put probably Dragon Warrior Crystalis number 2, Dragon Warrior 2 number 3, and Dragon Warrior number 4, and Final Fantasy number 5. I don't really care for the first Final Fantasy. I can't really say I don't care for it because I never played more than a few hours of it. But I just never cared enough to play through it. Which is weird because I like RPGs. I think I just didn't give that one much time at all. I should go back and it's one of my games, NES games, I want to beat sometime. But every time I start it up, I just can't get into it. I don't know why. Okay, here we go. Here's the players' picks. Last issue said Mario Land 2 was out or coming out soon. I believe maybe 1993. See, it will be out before the end of the year. I think that's what Google said, or Internet Search said. Okay, players picks Kyle Airtime Olsen. Here he is. Here's Kyle Olsen. His favorite picks are Super C, Mega Man 3, Bigfoot. Okay. Snake's Revenge, Metal Gear 2. Okay. Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. Kyle Airtime with Simon's Quest love. Kyle's pretty cool. Lauren Tung, Rochester Hills, Michigan. Or Minnesota. Final Fantasy, Battletoads, Ninja Gaiden 3, my man, Ninja Gaiden 3, Mega Man 3, and Tecmo Super Bowl. I mean, that's fine. Nick Watts. Maybe I should try one of the Final... I think I tried even the PlayStation one I have for a little bit. I just couldn't... To be fair, I never even made it to the Witch's Cave, so I should give it more time than I have. So you're right. I should try the PlayStation one and give it more time. I need to beat Final Fantasy 1. I should beat Final Fantasy 1. Nick Watts. Mega Man 4. Mega Man 3. There you go, Ninja. Mega Man 4 above Mega Man 3 for Nick. I know you like 4. TMNT 2, the arcade game. Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Bros. 3. My man has 2 over 3. I like Nick. Nick's a smart kid. Knows the 2 is the superior Mario game on the NES. Nick Rivik from Hammond, Indiana. Final Fantasy, Legend of Zelda, Super Mario Bros. 3, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, my man. And Baseball Stars. Well, I mean, he has a sports game on there, but everything else is pretty good. Stephen Tucker, Mount Clements, Michigan. He has a nice, face. I like that. He's like, yeah, I'm cool. Mega Man 2, Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Bros. 3, and TMNT 2, the arcade game. I think this is like the list of kids. Every kid in America had this game list here. This is like the typical kid. Stephen Tucker is the typical kid around this age. This is the typical kid's NES library right here. This is what he had in America. Mega Man 2, Super Mario Bros., Super Mario 2, 3, and then TMNT, the arcade game. Richard would be gagging if he was here, but thankfully he isn't. Yeah, where is Richard? Maybe he felt that he probably knew that we were talking so much praise on there was be praise on Zelda 2, and he didn't stop in. David Adam from Middlesex, New York. Final Fantasy, Mega Man 3, Super Mario Bros. 3, Dragon Warrior, and Batman Return. Batman Return to Joker is pretty fun. It's a nice list of games for these kids. This is what kids were playing back in 1992. This is what they had. Put in their school pictures, and they listed their own games, and they got to see it in Nintendo Power. How cool is that? Celebrity profile, Tim Allen. Let's see what they have to say. See if I'm just scanning for games. Tim, where do you enjoy playing Nintendo games? Tim Allen says, I enjoy playing Game Boy with the kids on the set of Home Improvement during the downtime, which I don't seem to have much of anymore, but I really prefer playing at home where I can play the race car games on a large screen television. And they ask, what's your favorite Nintendo games? And Tim Allen says, I really like the original Super Mario Bros., which we often played until we were stumped and couldn't go any further. That's sometimes being 2 or 3 in the morning. I still remember how the Mario Brothers music continued to pop into my head and remained there for hours. Oh, it's not all coming back to me now. Arg, arg, arg. Arg, arg, arg. Do you really believe when you say that all men are... Oh, wait, no. That's... No. Okay, do you have any advice for Nintendo players? Tim Allen says, I truly enjoy playing Nintendo games and advocate doing so as long as plenty of time is still reserved for reading. Even if it's a book about Nintendo, reading really is a wonderful habit that, unlike drugs, enlightens us all about life itself and the world we live in. There you go. That's Tim Allen. Imagine they had to submit actual photographs with their lists. They had to somehow get them into the magazine. Don't know how that works. So I think they just sent a letter to here, and then Nintendo Power, and with their picture, and then if they were picked, they were put in here with their picture. Like they put in their school pictures. Tim Allen, don't look up what he's been up to. I have not been looking up. No. I do not know. Roadrunners, Death Valley. I still have this game from when I was a kid. I beat it maybe once. I remember getting to a giant mechanical coyote. I have a soft spot for this game, but it's not very good. It controls like a bad Sonic. It's very fast. You can't see what's going to hit you. The play control is kind of floaty. It looks amazing. So basically each stage you got to go through, collect flags, get points, get to the end, and there's a trick or gimmick that the coyote does, like he has his wingsuit on rocket skates, a cement mixer, and at the end you foil the coyote and he either hits like he'll in his wingsuit will hit the cliff, and you'll get to see a cool graphic where he'll fall down the cliff and you see like the famous scene of him falling down a cliff. I want to beat this again someday. I played it recently, maybe last spring, and I got pretty far, maybe the penultimate stage, but just couldn't beat it. You're looking up what Tim Allen was into now. I have a feeling it has to do with some dude named Buzz. Who the heck is Buzz? Buzz. Super Star Wars. I haven't played much of this game. Bart's Nightmare. I don't know how to play this game. I think I put it in once and got confused. Super Battle Up. Wing Commander. WF Steel Cage. Here we go. WF Steel Cage. Sorry, I got excited for Dragon Warrior 4. Blast Off. The latest epic episode in the Dragon Warrior epic is about to hit the stores. Enix is releasing the American version of their top-selling Japanese RPG in the next month or so, and it is a big one. If you play Dragon Warrior, imagine a world many times larger, and you'll begin to glimpse what Dragon Warrior 4 contains. As you should expect in a Dragon Warrior game, you'll have to fight many battles to increase your levels of strategy and magic. One drawback of this is simplistic graphics and the use of colors for characters that make them vanish against certain backgrounds. On a positive side, you'll explore a vast world Command up to 9 party members and find new treasures. Great game. If you have not played Dragon Warrior 4 or Dragon Quest 4, play it. It's on the phone real cheap if you can get past playing games on phone. Unfortunately, the DS remakes are very expensive now, I think. So you could emulate it or play it on the phone. If you're referring to the Lightyear trailer, Ninja, that's the voice of Chris Pratt. Oh, Buzz Lightyear. Okay. So is there a Buzz Lightyear movie coming out? I've only seen Toy Story 3. I never saw the other Toy Stories. Is Chris Pratt doing Buzz Lightyear now? Wow, he's getting a lot of work, man. Good for him. So is Dragon Warrior 4 NES or Dragon Warrior 4 was NES, John? It was 1992, very late in the NES library. Great game though, if you ever get the chance to play it. Probably the best RPG on the NES, I think. There's some problems with it, like you can't in Chapter 5 you can't control the party members. You have to you can only control your hero. But other than that, it's great. I know it was a joke. Also, I need no see any controversy. LJN Sports Central. It's a bunch of LJN published games. Looney Tunes for Game Boy is... I think it's pretty good. I'd like to play this. I think it's nothing special, but it's pretty decent. It's like you play... Each level you play as a different Looney Tune character, and there's enough... throwbacks to Looney Tunes and it plays well. It's not too hard. It's actually okay, I think, for what I heard. I'd like to find a copy of it. Actually, how much does this Looney Tunes game cost? Let me look it up and see if it went up. It can't be more than like $5, right? Loose price, it's like $12. I mean, that's expensive for a loose Game Boy, but considering in 2018 it used to be under $5, but if I ever see it. You were making a joke. I got your joke. Because I forgot who's Buzz. I was thinking of Buzz Aldrin for some reason. So they were making Tiny Toons and Looney Tunes games simultaneously. Yes. I think they got the license. I think Sunsoft had the Looney Tunes license. It's still... Tiny Toons was Konami, I believe. That's it. Not LJN. Get them out here. I mean, they were a publisher. They just published games. They didn't develop them, but some of the games that they published were not the best. They had good ideas, I think, but some of them weren't that good at all. Japan Watch, you got Ogre Battle, Gossip Galore. Oh, Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. I told the story how I came home from a school dance sad because I didn't get to dance with a girl. She turned me down. And I played Mickey Mouse Magical Quest and it cheered me up. So I have a soft spot for that game. Phalanx, the famous cover. And Bionic Commando for Game Boy. I played through that. Very good, faithful retelling of the Bionic Commando on NES. They added a few different levels and the character looks different. Plays still very well. Golden Fighter. What is Golden Fighter? I don't know if that ever came out. Future releases: Ace Harding Lost in Las Vegas, Dragon Warrior 4, Axelay coming out for Super Nintendo. One of the few shooters I beat in my life. Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally, Super Mario Kart, Super Star Wars. So there's some big games coming out. Family Dog, Equinox, Game Boy. I don't see Super Mario Land 2, so it might already be out. Just not on the charts yet. Let's See Bionic Commando there in Looney Tunes. Tom and Jerry. Oh yeah, there it is. Super Mario Land 2. Fourth from the bottom. Coming soon. Next issue, we have Bionic Commando for Game Boy, Adventure Island 3, Out of This World, and Super Mario Kart. The classic NES game finds new life in its Game Boy adaptation from Capcom. Look for intriguing action and its high-tech toys in this mission to save the world for the second time. And you see this 168-page guide is available now. The link to the past guide. See players' guides you can get. Answers to this is the end questions from volume 39. I'll pull these up so we can remember these. Where is volume 39 at? Here we go. Okay, here we go. We'll take the quiz together, guys. Number 1, if you can see this, what is the end? These are end screens from games. What is that game? I'm gonna say that's Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, I know. This one I'm not sure. Number 1, that is Abadox. So this is Abadox. Number 2 is Final Fantasy 2. Okay. Number 3, that's TMNT 3. Yes, the Manhattan Project. Number 4, that is Adventures of Lolo 3. Yes, them right there. Number 5, that's Shadowgate, right? Yes, Shadowgate. 6, that's Ys 3. I played through Ys 3. I think that's the ending of it. Yes, and number 7 is Super Mario World. Yes, and that has to be Panic Restaurant because I remember the guy, and that's Panic Restaurant. Nintendo's All-Stars, the Game Boy, Super NES, and NES. And that is a look at volume number 40 of Nintendo Power for September 1992. Felix the Cat's on the front. A lot of good NES games, late NES games. More impressive NES games this issue than Super Nintendo games, actually. You had Felix the Cat, Little Samson on here. And yeah, pretty good NES games for 1992. Still pumping out some good games. Here, I'm going to take a quick break, run to the bathroom and get a drink, and I'll be right back. I'm going to put on some music for you guys while I'm away. I'll be for about a minute. Okay, I'm back. Thanks for waiting, guys. Still can't get over how primitive Super Mario World ending screen looks compared to the rest of the game. I thought that was pretty. I kind of liked it. The big sprites. I thought it was okay. You're talking about when Mario, Luigi, and Princess are standing there? Yeah, I thought it was okay. Did you think it needed more color in the background? Because it was just on a black screen. Okay, this is Nintendo Power, Volume 41. And this is for October 1992, I believe. Is that right? Yes, October 1992. See, you see the big game here is Super Mario Kart, Super NES Bart's Nightmare, Super Mario Kart Fun in the Fast Lane. You see the Power Club, and you see I ripped out my Power Club cards here. I still have them in a baggie, but I ripped them out here. They were perforated collector cards that had tips for games. You could see over here, they talk about them, and you could collect them all. This is ActRaiser 2 music, I think. Is this ActRaiser 2? Sounds like ActRaiser 2. Yeah, this is ActRaiser 2. Super Scope 6, only $59.99. October 1992, you have Adventure Island 3, Power Blade 2, and Spider-Man. See the Game Boy, Super Nintendo games. Player's Pulse. Well, it looks like a bunch of you got one. When we asked you to tell us how you acquired your Super NES, we didn't expect the creative responses you sent in. Stay with it, fans. Your ingenuity will usually get you what you want. Here's a few ideas from Creative Enterprise fans. Okay, here we go. I earned my money to buy the Game Boy system by cutting grass when I was 12. At 13, I babysat to get the Super NES, and it didn't take as long. Now I want to be able to get the CD-ROM accessory. I'll probably see if my science teacher and I can work on inventing a money tree. Kyle Curry of Decatur, Illinois says, I house sit for people when they're on vacation, babysit and clean. Yuck. Ah, yes, a big scam. I mean, Nintendo going into the actual toy industry. Where's that at, Ninja? Oh, you're talking about the Super Scope? We should play Super Scope game night sometime. Play some Super Scope games. My brother and I recycle newspapers and soda cans. We already have $50 and a garbage can full of cans. I'm only 12, but I'm working with my dad at the University of Montevallo, helping college students who don't know how to use computers. I work for $1. Last year, I was able to get the Game Boy with my earnings. This year, it will be the Super NES. I plan to do this every year or get a higher paying job. So that's from Mikey Garza of Montevallo, Alabama. And here is Rob Kent of Neopen, Ontario. I managed to get a well-paying paper route. The first thing I bought with my money was a good pair of rollerblades, so I could go twice as fast and have fun too. Now I have the Super NES. It worked for me. It should work for you too. Oh boy, college computers already had the internet in 1992. Are you sure? This is pretty early. So I guess the internet would be around for college stuff, yeah. And I paint people's houses for $25. Now I mow lawns for $4, wash and wax cars for $5, and recycle aluminum cans in my spare time after doing homework.
I think it would be a good way to make money. Go around and knock on people's doors and ask for spare change. You could say, do you have any extra money that I could borrow to use or to buy a Nintendo game? Please, please, please. That's like, not really, you're kind of begging there at a point. Okay, that's fine. Adventure Island 3, you see Master Higgins. More dinosaurs. He had a new dinosaur, this little Pteranodon, Don the Pteranodon. And Pokey the Triceratops. Alamosaurus, classic. Classy. Blue Clamosaurus, Taylor. And red Clamposaurus, Magma. Power Blade 2 is another game I never played. The first Power Blade's fun. I never played this one. The Delta Foundation is trying to blackmail the government. They have created a line of near-perfect fighting cyborgs, and they're threatening to sell them to any foreign country willing to put up enough cash. The government isn't going to stand for this treachery. The Delta Foundation must be taken down. There's only one person who can accomplish this bold task, Special Agent Nova. After saving the master computer of New Earth in his first mission, Nova returns to his fighting instructors at Taito for more intensive training. Now he is much more adept at using his trusty blades. Nova has also learned to quickly slide under low obstacles and enemy fire. This one-man force is always up to new challenges. It's time to go after Delta. This is Battletoads Double Dragon, right? Or Battletoads Battle Maniacs. Yeah, Battletoads Double Dragon. Boom, boom, boom. Power Suit. Dun, dun, dun. Have you guys played this game? I haven't played Power Blade 2. I saw a copy maybe 7 years ago? Or 6 years ago. It was like $500 for a box copy. It's a little too rich for my blood. Spider-Man Return of the Sinister Six. Is this Game Boy or... Wow, that almost looks like Game Boy graphics, but this is NES. Tiny Toons Adventures, Plucky's Plunge, American Gladiator, The Empire Strikes Back for NES, Kirby's Dream Land, Configuration Mode, Sound Test, Extra Lives, Extra Game, while our agents have been able to complete the first run-through of Kirby's Dream Land rather easily, they found a real challenge in the extra game, which falls if you'd like to skip right to the extra game, wait for the title screen to appear, then press up on the control pad along with the select and A buttons all the same time. The extra game will begin with more enemies than ever before. So there's like a second loop of Kirby's Dream Land. Contra 3, Stand and Deliver. Two-Fisted Fire. They're talking about you can like switch between real fast and get both guns going on the screen for extra firepower. Joe and Mac, Thunder Spirits, which we heard about last issue.
Oh, here we go. We're getting into the Zelda comic here.
After Zora saved Link from defeat in Misery Mire, our hero sets off for the Tower of Ice. With Esmeralda, is rumored that a map of the location of Turtle Rock lies in the tower. In Turtle Rock, Link hopes to find Zelda.
Chapter 10, To Turtle Rock and Zelda. Before we find a map on this ice, skish, we're likely to get buried in the snow. That's right, Kirby may be easy, and we know, but Kirby is a hard game to master. Yes. Yeah, Kirby, I mean, if you want to master, like, all his moves and stuff, it's tough. But you can get through it pretty easily. Flop, flop. Yikes! Swoosh. He jumps over a cliff. Yeah! Crash. Where are we? Link, it's the Tower of Ice. Wow. This way. All PCs are frozen. Hinox. Hehehe. Admiring my wall decorations, eh? Who are you? Plop. I don't want any trouble. Just want to see the map of the Dark World.
Map, you say? This map you speak of is Stone's greatest treasure. I will never let you gaze upon it. Arise, Stalfos! Destroy him!
Boneheads! Shink, kashink. Kachink.
It's impossible to keep them down. Arg! I've had enough.
Green crink. Crack.
Rumble, rumble. You've got quite the temper. If you bring the place down, you will destroy the map also. Eh? Look down, fool. The floor is the map. Now, where's Turtle Rock?
Link, you must strike the rock with thunder. Over there. Wow.
Whoa! Crumble, rumble, rumble, rumble. Turtle Rock! Following the map, he glimpses in the ice tower. Link finally arrives at Turtle Rock. Esmeralda, but Zelda has got to be here. Well, where's the door? Strike the rock with thunder. Ka-chink! Rumble, rumble. Look, it opened! Link goes in. A lava lake? This place is hot as an inferno. Zelda! Is it really you this time, Zelda? Link, watch your back! It's a cool picture. Whoosh! Swish! Fire and ice! Fire from one head and ice from the other! This is one schizoid serpent. Rawr! Whoa! Rawr! How did you get in here, Thwonk? Ha ha ha! Followed you all this way. Now we shall truly see if one of us is the legendary hero. To be continued.
So it's like Mario 3D Land. So it's like Mario 3D Land. You need to beat the game easy once to unlock. Yes, except Mario 3D Land's not. Well, you don't. Like, the game doesn't. There's not like a cut ending at that point. You can keep playing, I guess, if you want. It's weird how Mario 3D Land does it. You gotta like play with like the Shadow Mario running after you. And it gets really hard. Similar to that, yeah. Bionic Commando. This is a good port of the NES game. I think they added some new stuff to it, too.
Road to the rescue. Rad Spencer leads the charge of biotech warriors in this faithful Game Boy installment of the NES classic Bionic Commando. From Capcom, Rad's mission is to sneak into the evil Dorazi's base, rescue kidnapped Agent Super Joe, and destroy the mysterious Albatross project. It's a tall order, but Rad can fill it
because he's a bionic commando. There's a 9P certain levels, the Cosmic Clones. You're talking about Super Mario 3D Land? I remember this shadow chasing you in those levels, Ninja. Oh, here's Demon's Crest music. Tom and Jerry, Cuffy's Sin Trouble. Do 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 do. Double Dragon 3, the arcade game. Oh, for Game Boy, huh? Double Dragon 3 from Acclaim delivers a 1-2 punch as sure and steady as its predecessor with another slam banger from Billy and Jimmy Lee's Get Set for more game-linking street fighting action. So you could link up with your Game Boy and play 2 players. That's pretty cool. So I wonder if this is a straight port of the arcade game, which is like the NES game is, I guess. This is a port of the NES game? Here we go, Super Mario Bros. Adventures. Last month, we left Mario and Luigi staring down a bunch of boos in a mysterious house that they had happened upon in the woods. Mario had warned Luigi not to go in, but Luigi let his hunger pangs get the best of him. He followed his nose and found a monstrous chunk of cheese, but while he was busy feeding his face, the ghost found him. Inch, inch. Ouch! Whomp. Yikes! Luigi, what are you doing? A ghost! Is he scared or just scary or just scared? But I don't believe in ghosts. Youch! Don't turn around. We'll all be an apparition appetizer. They're surrounded. They look around. It's a face-off. Stay back. To back. We'll stare him down. Creak, creak. Your wedding plans are proceeding perfectly. Good work. I'm pleased to see that the Yoshis aren't so easily tamed. We have the best hypnotist in the country pulling them in deep trances. Very well, but don't let down your guard. They may be docile under hypnosis, but they remain enemies of the Koopas. I'll keep my eyes peeled. By the way, how is my blushing bride's wedding gown coming along? They're fitting it as we speak. And the Koopa's all happy. I can't wait until the wedding. I'm going to sneak a peek at the dress. Wait, it's bad luck. He's a bad one. I hope that marriage doesn't change him. Hours later. I'm getting dizzy staring at all these blushing faces. For being painfully shy, they sure are persistent. Stagger. Shy, blushing, fear of blushing. Luigi, I have a plan. Follow me into the room. What good would that do? Just do it. Let's go. Dash. Aye. Wham! Open the door. Slam. Shut and slut. Phew, we made it. We's made it. Where the there isn't even a window in here. Hurry, help me move this desk. Creak. Shroom. Sponge. Welcome. The doctor is in. Please lie down on the couch here. So they're pretending to be doctors. The boo comes in. Peek, peek. Your symptoms indicate that you're suffering from anthrophobia. Your fear of humans must stem from some bad childhood experience. Don't worry, I'm a licensed psychotherapist. We'll get to the root of your problem now. Tell me about your childhood. Later. Boo hoo 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 hoo. I see. So the hoodlums, your school stole your lunches and stuffed you in your locker every day. Ha 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 ha. Act, Doc! Blubber, blubber.
The same thing happened to me. It was awful. Let me tell you my story. Counseling you won't get us out of this mess. Pat, 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 he pats the boo. There now, I understand why you have pent-up frustrations, but you can't let those bullies control your life. Why, there's a great big world out there. And as big as the Earth just seems, it's just a speck of dust in the universe. Beyond our galactic systems are more stars, billions and billions of stars. Troubles of humans and ghosts seem trivial compared to the vastness of the universe. Now don't you feel better? He thanks Mario. I'm glad we had this chat. What do you say we step out and get some fresh air? Come on, let's get some sun. Tramp, tramp, tramp. Yes, sir. What a glorious day! Excuse me. You're welcome. I'm glad I could help. If you really want to thank me, tell me how to get to Bowser's Castle. I want to tell the Koopa King about the wonderful universe too. He's taking this psychology stuff a little too far. Bye. The ghost is all happy. Are they still there? No, they're gone. Plump, hop on Yoshi. Come on, Yoshi! Let's save that princess. To be continued. They're really drawing out this comic, I say. Castlevania 4. How do I beat the gear wheel in stage B2? How do I get past the moving platforms? That's the tough part. Link to the past. Where are the bombs? Super bombs? Where's the cape? Richard would like that. He loves the cape in Zelda. Link to the past. Battle of Olympus. A great game. I like this game. Where is the 5 Ambrosias? Kirby's Dream Land. How do I fight Lolo and Lala in level 2? How do I beat King Dedede? Super Play Action Football. Simpsons Bart's Nightmare. Super Mario Kart. You see I tore out the poster, so I don't know what poster this was. Super Mario Kart. Holy smokin' tires. Kart Mania is spreading and has invaded the realm of the Super Mario World. 8 familiar Nintendo characters compete for the highly coveted Kart Cups. Donkey Kong Jr., long missing from video game action, returns as one of your kart racers. Choices. The racing action is very similar to that of F-Zero as the behind the driver's point of view. However, unlike F-Zero, Super Mario Kart features a split-screen 2-player simultaneous mode. As with all Mario games, Super Mario Kart is a whole lot of fun. I love this artwork. I have a picture, a poster of this I framed. It's a beautiful artwork. Character selection: Mario, Princess, Bowser, Koopa, Luigi, Yoshi, DK Jr., and Toad. Card classes, rankings, time. Your items: you got the feather, the coins, which make you go faster. Green shell, red shell, banana peels, lightning bolt, mushroom, and star. Mario Circuit, Donut Plains, Ghost Valley, Bowser's Castle 1, Mario Circuit 2, 2-player race with split screen, Swing Ride. I can't read. This is dark. I can't read that text. I need a better light in here to read. I'll have to get a light. Flower Cup. Ghost Valley 2, Donut Plains 2, Bowser's Castle 2, Mario Circuit 3. 2-player battle mode. Koopa Beach, Choco Island, Vanilla Lake, Bowser's Castle, Mario Circuit 4, special feature 100cc special race.
To make it to the 100cc special race, you need to win the Mushroom, Flower, and Star Cups. A good kart racer will usually take the Silver Cup in the Star Cup race. However, only the best Super Mario Kart racer will take home the gold. In all 3 preliminary cup races, can you conquer the challenge of the 100cc class? Out of This World. Out of This World from Interplay plunges you into a comic book cinematic adventure on your Super NES, like nothing you've ever seen before. Delphin Software, the game developers, went to extraordinary lengths to achieve their vision of the game, using new programming techniques to create the impressive graphics as you play animated scenes, link your actions to the storyline. You'll also see the cutaways and the close-ups during the action that add to the drama, the musical score, and sound effects further heighten the mood of the different scenes, from the frenzy of the last shootout to the quiet footfalls of your heroes searching a lonely cavern. This gameplay itself consists of figuring out ways to avoid traps. Sometimes the traps appear in the form of attacking aliens, while others times you must avoid floors of rocks like rock falls. Although the concept requires patience, the overall effect of the game is truly out of this world. Nice pun there. They had a contest because Clue was coming out on the Super Nintendo. That's what this contest is. Lots of kids finishing Super Castlevania 4 as it just came out. Dragon Warrior 3, these kids have finished Dragon Warrior 3. Lagoon is a game I want to play sometime and finish. Super Mario World, lots of people still finishing Super Mario World. Now playing George and Rob. Legend of the Ghost Line. Maria is a brave heroine who won't leave the monsters, slaying and mystery-solving 2 mist-bound warriors. Armed with a dagger and plenty of courage, she's ready to take on the creepy creatures of a strange land. Help her find new items, recruit powerful fighting specialists, and make the land safe for peaceful beings. George says this game is very similar to several other NES role-playing games, most notably the games in the Dragon Warrior series. The biggest difference is that the warrior in this game is a young woman. It's a nice twist and an all-around good game for the genre. Rob says, it's nice that the game gears itself towards a female audience, but I don't think that it will cause any non-role players to want to play role-playing games. We have Power Blade 2. So we have the nice Dragon Quest music in the background here. This futuristic sequel takes place in the year 2200, 10 years after the destruction of the Brain Master. While peace has been temporarily restored, a weapons company called the Delta Corporation has developed a very powerful cyborg, which they are eager to sell to the highest bidders. Your mission is to fight through 6 stages to Delta headquarters and destroy the cyborg before it falls into the wrong hands. George says, we've seen a lot of side-view action games for the NES. While this one certainly doesn't offer anything new, it should appeal to fans of the genre. And Rob says, it's got good play control, good graphics, and a solid story. What else do you need? Bionic Commando for NES. Bionic Commando for the Game Boy, or Bionic Commando for Game Boy, not NES. Bionic Commando for Game Boy is nearly identical to the NES Classic, and that's good news. This futuristic adventure has unique play control. Instead of being able to jump, your character can only run and swing his bionic arm, but don't let that put you off. The arm is very versatile and easy to get used to. Rob says it's a top-notch action game. Double Dragon 3. The stages of this game are short. Expert players could complete the adventure quickly. Rob says, it's not a bad game, but there's really nothing new here. I also think that the characters are small and their movements seem to be limited. If you want good side view actions for Game Boy, my pick this issue would be Bionic Commando. Axelay, here we go. The graphics for this space shooter are fantastic. There are a lot of great backgrounds and dozens of cool alien ships. My only complaint is that the head-on view does take some getting used to. I spent a lot of time in the beginning of the game running into obstacles. And Rob says, well, I'm getting a little tired of spaceship shooters. The newest perspective in this game is cool and the digitized voices are really good. Super Double Dragon. The graphics and variety of moves make this game a lot of fun to play. I agree. Rob says, in my opinion, the Double Dragon games haven't changed that much, nor do they vary from other street fighting games. One thing that I think is a unique with this game is every battle is a real challenge. Even the fights with the low-level goons, you can't just plow through any of the enemies. NES, we got Top 20, we got Super Mario Bros. 3, number 1, TMNT 3, number 2, Battletoads is still at number 3, Ninja, Legend of Zelda, Octoroks, P-Hats, Levers, Oh My, Octoroks, P-Hats, Levers, Oh My. Mega Man 4, Dustman and his Dust Crusher are on a rampage. Quick fire up the Mega Buster. Tecmo Super Bowl still at number 6. Super Mario 2, Dr. Mario, Mega Man, Tetris, Final Fantasy, Yoshi, Mega Man 2, TMNT 2, the arcade game, Mega Man 3, Bases Loaded, Metroid, Monopoly, Dragon Warrior 3 fell, and Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link is just into the top 20. For the Super Nintendo, you see Zelda is still at number 1, second month in a row. Super Mario World is number 2. Street Fighter 2, The World Warrior really moved up. Really. It was like a number 13 or 14 last month, if I recall. It moved up to number 3. This game has serious lasting value. That fact will keep it near the top of the charts for a long time to come. F-Zero, Final Fantasy 2, perpetually hanging around at the lower realm of the top 5, Final Fantasy II is a role player's dream. Contra 3, The Alien Wars, Super Castlevania 4, Final Fight, Super Mario Kart, SimCity, Krusty's Super Funhouse, WWF Super WrestleMania, Super Battle Tank, Pilot Wings, Super Adventure Island, ActRaiser at 16, The Addams Family, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Top Gear, and Super Star Wars round out the top 20 for Super Nintendo. For Game Boy, you see that Super Mario Land took over the top spot from Metroid 2. What a valiant comeback. Mario hunkered down and gained almost 7,500 points over last month's effort. Stupendous. Samus did well to gain almost 1,800 points over last month's total. However, it was far from being enough. While Mario Land 2 got a lot of votes, or Super Mario Land got a lot of votes. Dr. Mario at number 3. Battletoads slipped from 3 to 5. The Simpsons Escape from Camp Deadly went up from 6 to 4. TMNT 2 Back from the Sewers is hanging around there. Final Fantasy Adventure went from 4 to 7. Yoshi, Mega Man, Dr. Wily's Revenge went from 5 to 9, I believe. Super Mario Land 2, the first appearance of it on the poll, comes in at a respectable number 10. Batman Return of the Joker, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Final Fantasy Legend 2, NBA All-Stars Challenge, Super RC Prom, Kid Icarus, A Myth and Monsters around the same area, Tetris, Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge, TMNT Fall of the Foot Clan, and Faceball 2000 round out the top 20 for Game Boy games. Here we have Power Players, or Players' Picks. These are kids that send in their school pictures with lists of games that are their favorite. Brian Gorski of Cincinnati, Ohio says The Simpsons, Escape from Camp Deadly, Adventure Island, Dr. Mario, Battletoads, TMNT Fall of the Foot Clan are his favorite games. Thank you, Brent. Josh Moore of Bountiful, Utah lists his favorite games as Super Mario Land, Mega Man and Dr. Wily's Revenge, Home Alone, TMNT 2 Back from the Sewers, TMNT Fall of the Foot Clan. David Weber from Hibbing, Montana, Super Mario Land, Mega Man and Dr. Wily's Revenge, Metroid 2 Return of Samus, Dr. Mario and Batman. Brian Roberts of San Antonio, Texas. I like that pose. I never thought as a kid to pose with my like leaning on my fist like that. That's kind of, I like that. Brian Roberts of San Antonio, Texas, Dr. Mario, Super Mario Land, TMNT 2 Back from the Sewers, TMNT Fall of the Foot Clan, and Spider-Man. Michael Tibbetts from Las Vegas, Nevada, TMNT 2 Back from the Sewers, Battletoads, TMNT Fall of the Foot Clan, Addams Family, and Adventure Island. Tim Bennett with the great mullet there. Tim, San Diego, California, Final Fantasy Adventure, Final Fantasy Legend 2, Metroid 2 Return of Samus, Super Mario Land, and Final Fantasy Legend. So he's a big adventure role-playing guy. Ken Griffey Jr. What's your favorite video game of all time? Nintendo Power asked him. Of all time, Griffey Jr. says, I like Jordan versus Bird mostly because of the slam dunk contest. Okay. Not much video game stuff there, so I'll skip it. But Griffey would get his own game and become a Nintendo mascot of sort. When Nintendo published Ken Griffey Jr.'s Major League Baseball, and they would buy the Mariners. I forget when or they do that. Packwatch Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, the game that gets a lot of undue hate. It's perfectly fine. It has one of the best kickin' rockin' soundtracks you can hear on the system. And the characters, when they get weaker, instead of showing, they like get more disheveled, the enemies. So though like it bruises on their head or their hair will change. It's very cool. But it's very simple. But I like it. You are the knight spoken of in prophecy. The only one who can save the world. I think your name is Benjamin. All that can be expected in a Final Fantasy RPG, but this game is full of unexpected features that should appeal to more than just die-hard role-playing. Square designer Mystic Quest without the tedious monster ambushes found in most RPGs. Monsters appear on the overworld view screens so you can look for a way around them to prepare your hero for battle. Once you're in the battle view, you can control characters or have the game automatically select their attacks. Another cool feature is that you can do things in the overworld like bombing doors and chopping trees. The end result is a quick-moving adventure with excellent graphics and sound. That is true. The screen text reads well too, including some light-hearted humor. For this pack, watchers, Mystic Quest pushes all the right buttons. Here we go. The Nintendo Player's Choice re-releases Nintendo's Classic Series. Nintendo Classic Series games, 4 of the biggest NES hits of all time, The Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, Punch-Out, and Metroid. They are being reissued this fall, repackaging and
For players who have never played these classics, it's a great opportunity to see why millions of the fans consider them some of the best games ever made for the NES or any system. So my only copy of Zelda 2 is actually this re-release copy. Shadowrun coming out. Joe and Mac 2 is because Joe and Mac's already out, right? Or it's coming out. No, the first one mustn't have come out yet. What do they say here? Joe and Mac for the NES. Okay. So they're porting it to the NES. Dragon Warrior 4 still coming out. Not quite yet. 1992. McKids for Game Boy. I didn't know that came out for Game Boy. Super Mario Land 2 coming out. Which is weird because it says it's coming out, but it's in the top 10 this month. Next month, we have Mega Man. Another classic review. We thought it was a good time to go back and see how Mega Man started out. Capcom really knew what they were doing when they created the Blue Bomber. So they're reviewing a classic review. They did these every few months with the Metroid one. They classically reviewed it. Now they're doing Mega Man. The Flintstones, Space Megaforce if you like shooters. That's a good one I hear. And Super Star Wars. And there's Mario Paint ad. Create your Mario Paint artwork. Record a short sample of it on VHS videotape. Send it to Mario Paint Contest, P.O. Box 97033, Redmond, Washington. And that's it, guys. That is Nintendo Power, Volume 41. That is October 1992. So that's it. I guess I'll do another one next week around the same time. Thanks for stopping in and spending some time with me to look at these magazines. I appreciate it. Having a blast doing these. We can look at some older ones, maybe not Nintendo stuff sometime. I'd like to look at some ones from the late 80s, like 88, 89. Some tips and tricks maybe we'll look into. Some stuff like that, so we'll see some old NES games. Have some fun doing that. Very neat information. Thank you, Ninja. Thanks for stopping by. And I'll see you guys again. Take care, and have a good night.